Hi, and welcome to JNC Better Living's Part 2, Nutrition Shorts. So last week we were learning to document what we eat because we cannot change what we don't know. And hopefully you have been doing that consistently, but if not, you still have the opportunity to continue to do that this week. Whatever tool you were using, whether it was Cronometer or just writing it down and looking up how many calories you consumed on the internet, doesn't matter. Whatever works for you is perfectly good, and the tool doesn't matter as long as you follow it. This week, I'm going to introduce to you the idea of trying to determine what you should be eating by using a intake calculator. So one that I would recommend is called healthyeater.com, and the reason I like it is simply because it's free. They are not all over you to try to buy their program, although they do have an option, but it's simple to use. You put in your age, your sex, weight, and your height, activity level, and then it will let you know how many calories you should be consuming and what macronutrients. So how many grams of protein, how many grams of fat, how many grams of carbs. And you can put in an option for like, what is your goal? So is it to lose weight or is it to gain muscle mass? And then they will modify that accordingly. And then there's one option at the bottom that is for maximum protein. And that is something I would highly recommend, especially for people that are over the age of 50 and women particularly that have gone into menopause or past it. Higher protein seems to work better in terms of keeping the fat trim. So if that is your goal, I would recommend picking that option. And I have found that this tool matches many of the other tools that I've seen out there, but it's not the one you have to use. So Mayo Clinic has one out there, and if you just put in macronutrient intake calculator, you'll get a whole host of them, and you can figure out whichever option is best for you. So we're going to start learning how much we should be eating and then modifying what we're eating to match that. So you can continue to log what you eat, and you're going to proportion accordingly, trying to get to that many proteins, carbs, and that many fats. And we'll do that all this week. And then one more little extra thing if you want to do it, and that is to add a little bit of extra activity into this coming week. So we're trying to build different habits. We don't want to do too much all at once. We're going to modify our eating by not changing what we're eating, but just eating the right amounts. And then maybe a little more activity. So if you're used to only getting one workout in a week, maybe you try for 2 or at least add a walk in after that. If you're used to working out every day, maybe you add in 5 minutes, or maybe it's not an extra workout, you're just moving more. When you're talking on the phone, you're getting up and walking around your house or your office, or you're stretching while you are contemplating something or watching TV or waiting for the microwave. Or I'm a big fan of doing some leg lifts like this when I'm brushing my teeth. So, it doesn't have to be extra time. It can just be making use of the time you have. Those are my tips for this week, and we'll see you again next week. Good luck.